Thank you for that introduction, Myron. And thank you to Donna Moore for coming today. We have had a chance to work very closely together over the last few months. And thank you to the faculty, staff, and our students, most importantly our students, and the community members who have come out this morning. I'm going to talk about trends that are going on in higher education right now. In their recent book, Rethinking Education, authors Alan Collins and Richard Halverson dramatically capture the evolution of education through a series of documented quotes. I will share 3 with you this morning. From Principles publication in 1815, nearly 200 years ago, students today depend on paper too much. They don't know how to write on a slate without getting chalk dust all over themselves. They can't clean a slate properly. What will they do when we run out of paper? From the Federal Teachers in 1950, ballpoint pens will be the ruin of education in our country. Students use these devices and then throw them away. The American values of thrift and frugality are being discarded. Businesses and banks will never allow such expensive luxuries. From a science fair judge in the Apple Classroom of Tomorrow Chronicles, 1988, which is when I was in college. Computers give students an unfair advantage. Therefore, students who use computers to analyze data or create displays will be eliminated from the science fair. While these quotes may be amusing to us today, they underscore that real change has occurred in education despite contradictory predictions. Higher education is still evolving, but it's evolving much more rapidly now in an information age. Several factors underlie this context of change. I'm going to focus on 3 this morning. Curriculums of the future, the rise of technology, and changing demographics, which we must all understand as a community as we plan for Midway's future and our students' needs. Research has shown that graduates at private independent colleges and universities are more prepared for life and more likely to assume leadership roles than graduates from public institutions. Private institutions have been successful for many years by providing a liberal arts education that prepares students to think critically, to communicate effectively, be creative, and solve problems. Smaller environments like Midway College help to foster strong faculty mentoring relationships. And institutions that are faith-based emphasize the values of their founders and are more likely to promote civic involvement, service, and critical behavior. These influences and opportunities are even more pronounced at women's colleges. Yet the value of a liberal arts education is being challenged today. Public perceptions have been influenced by the media and the scrutiny of the federal government. According to a Time magazine recent poll, families still believe a college education is necessary, but 80% are questioning the cost. As a result, many are questioning the value of a liberal arts degree, and families are guiding students towards majors that they believe offer a more viable career path. Some are also confused by the term liberal arts and equate it with liberal politics. It's not surprising that 86% of first-year students that were surveyed in 2011 said that the most important reason for going to college is to get a better job. Yet a survey by the Association of American Colleges and Universities revealed that more than 3/4 of employers desire the skills that are associated with the liberal arts education. And the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported in 2010 that women with a bachelor's degree or higher who were born between 1957 and 1964 held 12 jobs on average between the ages of 18 and 44. Liberal arts education is intended to prepare students for many jobs over a lifetime, and in some cases, for jobs that may not yet even exist. To deal with this tension, colleges are continuing to focus on learning outcomes like critical thinking and communication, and they're doing that through a very strong general education curriculum in a personalized learning environment. But some are also looking at majors of the future that are tied to societal and market needs. So it's not unusual now to hear about computer game design, sustainability, health informatics, cybersecurity, homeland security, nanotechnology, and social or new media. A recent survey conducted by Northeastern University revealed that students also desire a learning experience that teach them entrepreneurial skills, and integrate professional work experiences through internships or co-ops. And students are also desiring hybrid courses that blend face-to-face and online learning, which brings me to the second theme, the rise of technology. According to Lawler, a marketing firm for education, 43% of 11 to 17-year-olds will own smartphones this year. My 9-year-old son asked for a smartphone and I told him no. So then he borrowed mine and changed all the settings on it. So you can imagine my surprise when I was in a meeting and my phone rang and we all heard ducks quacking. So thank you, Vincent, for putting a password code on my new phone at Midway. So admissions counselors are very aware of the profound influence that social media and the web play in recruitment. Social media and the web are also allowing prospective students to verify our claims and our reputation. Forget about rankings by US News and World Report. We've got to worry about websites like RateMyProfessor.com and CollegeProwler.com. When I interviewed at Midway College, I mentioned a new technology phenomenon called MOOCs, Massive Open Online Courses. In 2012, 2 Stanford computer professors started an online for-profit education company called Coursera. Hundreds of thousands of students can enroll in free online college courses. As of last month, enrollment passed 2 million, with 70,000 new students a week signing up for over 200 courses. Other similar ventures have emerged with many Ivy League schools as partners. And until recently, courses were not offered for credit. But last month, San Jose State University partnered with Udacity, another for-profit MOOC provider, to offer introductory math classes for credit as a pilot project. The cost for the course? $150. Does this mean the end of traditional residential brick-and-mortar colleges? Well, many higher education experts don't believe that is the case, at least at this point in time. MOOCs work well for students who are self-motivated, and right now, fewer than 10% actually complete a course. And some have argued that they may just be an experimentation platform, they may be a publishing module for course materials, or they may combine MOOC materials with support from a faculty member. While we do not yet know how MOOCs will evolve and the impact they have, it is apparent that online learning has gained greater acceptance, and it is the future. The third theme that is impacting higher education is our changing demographics. Between 1997 and 2010, private institutions experienced an increase in enrollment of 81% overall. The U.S. Department of Education is predicting enrollment gains of only 15% over the next decade. There will be varying increases among different groups. Enrollment of women is going to continue to outpace men. White students will increase just 4%, but the number of Hispanic students will increase 42%. The number of African Americans, 25%, and the number of Asian Pacific Islanders will climb by 20%. The fastest growing segment of the higher education student population includes non-traditional students aged 25 and older. And with real median income and net worth falling, 40% of American households earned less than $50,000 annually last year, which has led to a greater number of first-generation and low-income students in private colleges. And one other fast fact, the fastest growing segment of the U.S. population overall, people aged 85 to 94, grew at a rate of 30% over the last decade, while the rest of the population only grew 9.7%. And those over the age of 65 are now more than 40 million people in this country and hold more than 2/3 of the wealth in this country. The country's changing demographics have helped us to increase diversity in our campuses in terms of age, racial and ethnic makeup, and socioeconomic background. Numerous studies have shown that interacting with students from a variety of backgrounds actually improves the learning experience. And diversity is a major goal of Midway College. Our changing demographics have tremendous implications, not only for recruitment, but also for academic programming and student life. So how do we move forward from here? Well, Midway College already has a diverse mission, with a strong commitment to women's undergraduate education, as well as co-educational, accelerated, online, and graduate programs. The colleges must continuously review their missions based on trends we are facing in higher education. I've highlighted a few that will help to shape future discussions on campus, or at least provide a context. When I was meeting with Kate in financial aid yesterday, she said, "It sounds like you're becoming a student of Midway College." And that's certainly my intent. I'm trying to learn about as much of the institution as quickly and systematically as possible. And in the process, I intend to get to know all of you as individuals. I've already started meeting with faculty and staff. And to understand your needs and to seek your input and ideas. I realize how important it is to build relationships before moving forward. I would like to end with a brief story from Content Communications. A passerby asked 3 workers standing beside a building under construction what they were doing. Remember, I have an architecture degree. The first worker, looking tired and drained, replied, "I'm just cutting stone." The second one answered, "Working to make a living." The third worker, who was singing, said, "I'm building a cathedral." I'm very happy to be at Midway College because I believe that together we can all build a cathedral. Thank you.